am going to show you something that I've done. I have so many bugs, and being an organic garden, I try not to use anything that's chemical related. But I was losing so much of my squash due to squash vine borers. So I started doing so many different things. I actually recorded this video back in 2024 of last year. I ended up finding this method to be the most helpful. So I'm using sports tape and wrapping it around the stem, and I found that it helps the most, and it keeps it stuck onto the stem and doesn't fly off like foil and other methods. So here I'm going to trim off the leaves so that I can have more access to put this bandage on to protect the stem even further, because any access that they can get to, they will get to. So I'm going to try to remove as much of it as possible without harming the plant. And you can remove the leaves off of the bottom parts of the plant and it will not harm it whatsoever. So here I am just going to go ahead and remove as much as I can. The squash actually gets in the way a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead and try to go all around that and getting as close as possible to the stem, because like I said, any access that the squash borer can get to, it will. Now I have tried many other methods such as the foil and injecting with some non-chemical items into the stem, and none of it seemed to work. So here I'm using the sports tape, and I just happen to have a camouflage one, which actually works kind of well because it kind of hides it amongst all the plants. And I am going to cut it off, and I'm going to wrap it around the stem, and you want to make sure to get it behind and in the front and cover it as much as possible. I do find that this tape is pretty waterproof, so the rain shouldn't affect it. And I'm just going to take another larger piece, and I'm going to wrap it around as much as possible to get even more coverage on it. And this is my method of preventing squash vine borers. Thanks for watching.